The following podcast is intended for mature audiences. Enjoy the show.
Hey gamers, this podcast was recorded in front of a live studio audience, held against their will.
The following podcast contains content not suitable for young audiences. That includes you, little Jimmy.
Hey everyone, just want to remind you all that we're now on Spotify and iTunes. If you search us under Talking Rad Podcasts with a Z on the end, you can find us that way. On there we have all of our past seasons, episodes, all that good stuff. If you want to give us a follow as well, we really appreciate it. And you want to share it with a friend, family member, or even a stranger, anything helps. And honestly guys, we just want to show our thanks to you, and we really appreciate all the support you guys have given us. So without further ado, back to the show.
He's like, Lizzo, I hate your music. And then we got from him hating Lizzo's music to talking about how Adele lost weight. And
no, that's where I started. I started Adele lost weight.
Sorry, I'm doing
and there was
backwards.
a publication that said it was fat-phobic and misogynistic for some stupid reason.
lose weight?
So is she
Lose
considered
weight.
fat-phobic now?
And
Yeah.
and misogynistic. So can only women be fat then? Is it like,
yeah,
you know
when
what?
a guy's fat, it's like, all girls are like, lose weight, you fatty. And then when girls are fat, they're like, you be you, honey, you do you. It's like, no.
The way he said that, it was like spot on.
Oh my
You be
gosh.
you, honey. Yeah, but like when he told me that a news publication wrote about this, I'm like, what? Was it like some delusional person that wrote this? Because
Yeah.
first of all, men and women are both fat. They can both be fat, okay? And for a woman to be healthy and lose weight, for one, that doesn't make her fat phobic. She's just trying to be healthy. And two, where does the misogynistic part come in? Because yeah, men can be fat too.
No, I
They
think
say the idea of like losing weight, I guess, or like making transformation. I don't know. It's
No.
a very stupid argument
so
they're trying to make.
no, it's very weak. But it's so like she was bigger before,
Yeah.
and so
She wasn't even that big.
But
though.
no, she was. Like if you go back and look pictures compared
Okay.
to now, like she
Yeah.
looks really good now. I saw the
Yeah.
picture, but
Oh yeah, I guess early in her career she was,
yeah, like if you go look at her face, like her face
Yeah.
is like she had like cheeks and like
Yeah.
she was pretty big, but like I think what it is though is like girls they develop, they're like, oh, she's my hero, she's that size, I can be that size.
yeah,
So
like,
I think that's the idea. Like when she loses all that weight, they're like, and then they think like,
not on
oh,
our
yeah,
team
she's
anymore.
not the same anymore. She's like
That's a-
different. She's losing it for the wrong reasons, but like she's trying to, she's
For the
like
wrong
trying to like
reasons.
be better. Like why would you write a publication about her losing weight?
Well, that makes whoever
If
wrote it makes
anything-
them
Yeah.
look silly.
If anything, aren't you like supposed to? Isn't the whole thing supposed to lift other like women
Yeah.
up? Isn't it like
Yeah.
empowerment?
Mhm.
Empowerment.
th-
Like
here's-
so by doing that, like you're just saying, no, gain that weight back, so
Yeah.
then like we can like you again. It's like what? Like I don't understand what's going on, dude.
Here's the thing: if you're literally empowered by someone being fat, and it might slap some people in the face, but get over it, that's a very weak thing to be empowered by. I'm sorry, that's a very bad thing to be empowered by.
Is that a weak mindset?
Yes, it's a very weak mind. It's a weak mind. Being fat is such a weak mindset.
Yeah.
No, like
That's why
but
I'm fat. I have a weak mindset about
I
exercising.
definitely have a weak mindset.
Well, hold on. Before you go on, I want to tell this part too. Because Thane's like, he grabbed his belly. He's like, listen, I know I'm a fat A.
Yeah.
And I don't give a I don't give a fuck. But I'm not ever gonna say that this is healthy. He's shaking his belly.
Yeah,
at me.
like this is not healthy,
Like-
and I know it.
Like,
But am I doing anything about it?
They
No,
agree
because I'm
with you.
lazy.
He's doing it now. He just
Yeah,
started doing it.
but he grabbed. He was shaking it violently. He's like,
Listen,
5 minutes straight, just keeps talking. It's like,
listen.
hey, calm
But on the
And I
next
do this
subject,
whole
he's still
podcast
going.
just to remind you, this is unhealthy.
He was like, oh, so did you hear about the new Xbox game? Still shaking it.
Yeah. You about, you
Yeah,
sure
the
about the
controllers
new,
vibrate
you see
like
that
this.
you see that Inside Xbox thing today? Oh yeah, by the way, there was like an Inside Xbox thing that revealed some games. Wasn't that impressive?
anyway,
They had
finish
a
your
few
story.
cool
Finish your
things.
story about being fat.
Being fat is unhealthy.
I think
I'll just say that
it's
much.
one of those topics where we gotta kind of round it out though. Like we
And
can't
it
just
don't-
skip
it
over
sh-
it. We gotta kind of round it out.
Round it out. I see what you did.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
because
I didn't mean it to be like
fat
a joke.
is round.
My whole stance on the
Thanks, Zane,
thing.
for that.
My whole stance on the thing is like, if you're fat and you want to be proud of it, awesome. Like I would never fat shame anybody. It doesn't faze me one way or the other. But the fact that when somebody promotes like eating healthy, being healthier, and losing weight, like even if you're a fat person, barely overweight or not overweight at all, like being healthy is a good thing to be promoted. So like it's silly for them to even say that her being healthy is a bad thing. Like that's so dumb, dude.
Yeah.
Really? Who writes about that? Being healthy is dumb. Like that's stupid.
And
I
I can-
mean,
I
shouldn't
c-
you celebrate the fact that it's her choice to lose weight?
It's her freaking
Yeah.
body.
Well,
It's like, oh, good, you decide. You that's what you decided. That's good.
like and losing weight, especially if like you weigh a lot, losing weight is it's one of the hardest things to
Yeah.
do. That's why there's so many overweight people, and that's why a lot of people aren't able to do it because it's just a hard thing to do.
You know all those
You got-
stupid social media challenges. How about lose weight challenge? I'm sorry, that's the.
I don't see anything wrong with that thing. That's a good challenge.
Yeah, that is a good challenge.
Are you gonna do,
I mean,
are
but
you
a
gonna
lot of
challenge
peop-
yourself though, or like what are you doing this to yourself or what?
I mean, maybe next week. Diet starts tomorrow.
It's like a whole foot long.
Yeah.
What's funny too is when he was telling me this, and he's like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm probably gonna go eat food right now, but I don't give a crap. I'm just saying, being fat's bad." And he went, and "Where'd you get Taco Bell?
I got Taco Bell for you.
What'd you get?"
Yeah, Wendy's.
Wendy's. Oh,
My favorite place.
He got me a Frosty.
It sounds contradictory to say I don't give a crap that I'm fat, but saying it's unhealthy because
at least
But-
you know.
yeah.
You
But at
recognize
least
But I
you
know I'm
accept
unhealthy.
that. At least you
I
accept,
accept that I am unhealthy.
But like, but you're not gonna go out and tell someone, "Don't lose weight. Don't do that for
It's
yourself."
like
You'll
I don't look
no
at
one's
someone
ever
and said,
gonna.
"Ew, lose weight." I don't say anything to them because I don't like speaking to strangers. But like I'll be like, yeah, like if someone says, "Hey, I think about losing weight," it's like, yo, man, if you do it, you can do it, man. I believe in you.
Thane, when you lose a bunch of weight because when you have your surgery, I'm gonna go like, Thane, how could you? I looked up to you, man.
You changed so
You
much.
changed
look up
so
to you.
much, and I just can't feel comfortable in my own body now because you got nice and fit.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just
what I
like,
say.
I
Thane.
won't be. I won't be fit. Here's the thing. I won't be fit.
Well,
I'll
yeah,
literally
you know
probably
what
be
I
like
mean,
skin
though.
and bones.
It
and be
was
like,
all a meme thing. I was just
yeah.
memeing.
I know.
What's
Like when they get jaw surgery, suddenly I magically grow a six pack and some abs. It's like
Ew,
six
gross.
pack
Don't
and
look at my shoes, guys.
biceps, and I'm like, yeah.
and
but,
then I'm gonna be like, "Well, you changed so much. You have to pay my rent for this month."
Oh,
You know what, Thane? Since you lost weight, we'll give you the opportunity to pay the full month's worth.
Yeah.
well, I guess I better
Congrats.
go into the modeling gig.
Yeah.
You know what, Thane? If you did lose weight, bro, and got in some good shape, you could be in the prawn business.
Only fan
no.
Thane.
I think people would pay at least $5 a month to see wiener pics
Instead of
you.
only fan, it'd be Thanely fan.
And then they'll get out their phone, wiener time, and they'll click on the app.
If I get buff, I don't want to make an OnlyFans, but if
I
it
have to,
went
I will.
if it
I have
went
to.
that
If I have to
way,
pay rent, I
don't think
will.
I'd ever show my wiener. Just saying.
Well, what if I got a question?
Would you show your B cheeks though?
Probably just so that
It'll be the
my,
teaser. The
it's
teaser
my
guy.
toned butt.
Thane, what if we made an account for you and it was just called Willie the Wiener, but there's no face attached to it. All you see is just a penis, and it's just like a whole bunch of
Sock puppets?
It's your penis, but nobody knows it's you because there's no face attached to it. It's
And
just
like a
it's Willie the
sock
Wiener.
puppet where it's like, oh, hello, I'm Willie the Wiener.
If you want to make
like,
a sock puppet episode,
Put that mind and put that image in your head.
I was thinking
don't
of just
like
like
it.
you
You know
could
what
just
I'd
dress
love?
up your peen.
You know, I'd love if he ended up making like $1,200 a month or something, just doing that. And then like, so, Thane, what do you do for work?
It's classified.
Have you heard of
Work for
Willie the
government.
Wiener? It's a
Oh,
hot dog
yeah.
chain. It's a
I
hot
have.
dog
I
chain.
have. It's
Yeah.
very popular on the internet. I see memes.
Thane, all you
turn
you could literally just say, "I sell wieners." Like
Yeah.
most people, when they think of wiener, they think of a hot dog, right?
Yeah.
You just say, "I sell wieners," or you could say you're a food photographer, And they're like, well, what do you take pictures of? Wieners.
Please no. No more. I don't like this.
He advertises for Oscar Mayer.
It's gonna happen, Thane. Willie the Wiener. Okay, guys? If you're on OnlyFans and you get Willie the Wiener in your feed and you're gonna subscribe to him for $5 a month, Thane's body might be attached to that wiener.
Does Patreon have like any rules as far as that goes, or no? So like, if you wanted to do like some sort of like, people pay like $30 a month to get like pictures and stuff, you can do that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a $50 tier for Thane,
Yeah, if you want to see Willie the Wiener for $50 a month,
gosh, we gotta do it for more than that, Thane.
$100 a month.
Yeah.
We'll just get some random pictures on the internet.
Then what are you
stock
willing to
photos.
sell out for?
One day it's like
I'd
it's
say
like tiny. The next day it's like huge. Next day
I'd
it's
say
white. Next day it's black.
$100 for a wiener pic.
One picture.
Yeah, one picture. And it's me just standing like
that
this
mean
at the
or
most unflattering angle,
so.
just like
That
it's
has to
me like
That's
this.
not. That's somebody outside.
You sure?
And me with the
Sounds like it came right from here.
face like this.
That would be our garbages, right?
What's funny is that like we started talking about something
And
completely
it's just my
different.
junk right there.
While Thane was dancing around up there, no one could hear what he was saying. And so it just sounded like we were having a normal conversation while Thane just stretching.
For all you audio listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, we're on Spotify and iTunes.
Yeah.
And
You're probably
YouTube.
listening to us there, probably.
Yeah. If you're watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify, go to the other places. We upload videos on YouTube, and we also upload the podcast on Spotify.
Do the flip flop, everybody. Subscribe on all our platforms.
Yeah.
Twitch too.
Yeah, and Twitch too.
Hey, I didn't say it like a redneck.
We're also on social media. I didn't post a TikTok today because I didn't feel like opening up Satan's butthole.
Oh.
But maybe.
I don't get it, but okay.
You don't get it?
Uh-uh.
I just called TikTok Satan's butthole.
Yeah.
It's really
I
hot
got
in
it.
there. And
That's not what I heard, but I'm not going to say anything
I thought he said
anymore.
Satan's butthole.
Well,
Okay,
definitely
I
said
hear it
Satan.
now. I hear
I
it
said
now.
Satan's
What did you
butthole.
think he said? Beep. Say it. Say it. Say it. Beep.
No, no.
By the way, I still don't get what you were talking about last night when you on the stream when you dropped the helpful hint for the
Oh, the
skit that
music?
came out. Yeah. What was the music?
He was singing the. Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't watched
We're
the
chilling
skit,
now. We can talk about it
yeah.
now.
If you
So,
haven't seen the
Sky,
skit,
it's
go
That's
watch
so Raven. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
that's so
That's what
Raven.
I haven't
So
heard
you didn't
that
know that
song
was
in
the
a
idea
while.
for it then?
it. No, he definitely did. 'cause we
Yeah,
looked
I
it
just
up
didn't know the
together.
song. I just didn't know the song.
my god.
I got the song. I figured it out. Yeah, go watch the skit, guys.
Sorry, I'm a Corey in the House
We didn't rip
fan.
off That's a Raven, but we got the eye zooming idea from it. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
that was just the idea. That was the hint. But I guess Sky didn't get it. Obviously,
Nope.
he needs to clean out his shorts.
I got it though. Remember, I figured it out.
Yeah, Cole got it immediately.
I'm a smarty. Smarty, just like the candy. That's because I eat a lot of them. I don't like Smarties. Do you guys like Smarties?
Yeah, I do.
And
You don't like Smarties?
Not really.
Cole inserted a video, which is now going to be probably a meme of me.
Oh
pretending to be
yeah.
sad
You guys
of.
don't know what video I used for Thanes.
I don't.
Was it from a gay porn?
Kinda.
Whoa, whoa.
Kinda.
I mean, it's
Whoa.
from a movie about that kind of
Thane?
stuff.
Okay.
Sorry, gay
I mean,
prawn.
It's not
Pray
that.
gone.
It's not that extreme. I swear it's not that
It was
extreme.
Brokeback Mountain.
Oh.
Is it Thane's face is slapped on Jake Gyllenhaal's head?
Yeah. While they're going to town.
Oh.
No, that's not what it was. But guys, you go watch the video. We're not saying anything else about it. No more spoileries. Ha ha ha.
I think everyone will watch it because they're always short. That's what people
Yeah,
love.
that's why I was pretty happy with
I
it.
guarantee everyone's gonna watch that stuff.
Please don't make an edit of two of us and they have Brokeback Mountain carrot, but they're deep faked onto the
I hope
Brokeback
it's
Mountain
just
guys.
two pictures of Thane's head on both of them.
Oh,
Thane's gonna be
loving
that-
myself.
Thane's gonna be that song. Just the two of us.
Thane, you know, you have to love yourself before you can love others.
Facts.
And that's
Thanks,
the theme
Oprah.
of this podcast, guys.
Just like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Also, guys, happy Mother's Day. Tell your moms Mother's Day happy yesterday. Tell them that you love them. If you forgot, you got today, too, to tell them you love them.
Yeah, Thane.
Tell your grandma. Tell I mean, tell anyone. Tell a random lady on the street.
Yeah, just say happy effing Mother's Day and throw
Yeah.
a brick. Not at her, just throw a brick. It feels good to throw things.
Yeah, if there's a
I'm
guy
home
like
first
trying
guy.
to steal her purse, throw
Throw
a
a-
brick at him.
Yeah, knock him out.
Then take that brick and go,
And
Really
I
excessive.
I
but
carved a statue for you. No, get out of here.
Our lights are flickering a lot
Statue
today.
for my mom.
It's the AC.
it's
That's
AC,
right, yeah.
DC boy.
We should probably turn it off. It's freezing in our house right now. But then
That's
it's
why
gonna be
I'm wearing a
super hot.
hoodie.
That's gonna be super hot later, and then I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night and turn it off.
Do you do that?
I definitely do that. Last night I woke up at 12. I didn't turn it off or on. I don't think I just got water, but that was definitely why. That was because I was hot.
Yeah.
And I left my door open for the rest of the night.
For Mother's Day, if you accidentally killed a dog, just get her a new dog. She'll love you.
Did you hear me wake up, Sky? I heard you still in your room when I got up at 12. Your lights are on in there.
Was my door open?
No.
My mom doesn't
Whoa.
like dogs, so she
Whoa.
wouldn't like a
I probably
dog.
didn't hear you because I was playing Apex at around 12.
Gotcha.
You were playing Apex? Nice.
Sky's addicted to that game.
Yeah.
It's funny. My dad grew up on a farm, and he doesn't like dogs.
Where is this coming from?
He's still on that whole I
Thing.
killed the grandma's dog
Thing.
subject.
You know what that just reminded me of?
What?
Our daddy told us not to be ashamed of our farm animals.
Oh my! Our dad told us not to be ashamed of our cocks, especially since they
fight each other.
Fight each other. Yeah. We're talking about a rooster.
we
have
don't
you-
endorse rooster
Have
fighting.
you guys ever seen those massive like roosters bred for fighting?
It's scary.
Yeah, they're
Bro,
scary.
Those things will claw your eyes out.
Dude, it was huge. It was like a 2 or 3 foot tall chicken. I'm like, I didn't know these things get that big, dude. And then the guy that was raising them, by the way, this isn't a third world country, so I don't know if that's justified
Well,
or not.
Sky, you played Ark. You know what they can do.
There's
Because
giant
dinosaurs
chickens.
suck.
Because dinosaurs are thought to have feathers now instead of scales.
And
Yeah.
Ancestors
also-
of the chicken.
Really?
wait, so those
Yeah.
big ones, is that what they make the chicken fries at Burger King out of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's possible that
Right.
the chicken and raptor can be close related, although people say it's more like the T-Rex, but I can't see that. I see more of a raptor.
Isn't that interesting,
Yes.
though?
I didn't know that.
Chickens are potentially the long-lost relative of a dinosaur.
Think cassowaries. Oh, cassowaries, they say, are like modern-day velociraptors, so think cassowaries, and they, and they're just like modern-day velociraptors, pretty much.
What
you
the heck is a cassowary?
It's like it's like a monster, a giant bird from Australia. It's like the size of an ostrich, but like they're predators and they like have razor sharp talons. And they can
Jeez, dude. Remember me never to go to Australia ever.
If you ever play Far Cry 3, you can hunt
Sounds
some.
freaky.
Yeah, Australia is the place where you go if you want to die to some
Yeah,
animal or
They have a
You die to
lot
the
of
land.
like they have a lot of poisonous like snakes and spiders.
and spiders, dude.
It's
Wolf
awesome, dude.
spiders.
That sounds like a
Have
terrible
you seen
place
a
to
wolf
be.
spider, Cole? So
They're
what-
scary.
one of my buddies is
We
from
should go
Australia.
and just go lay down in the middle
No.
of nowhere, just nothing covering us.
Dude, my buddy was telling me about wolf spiders,
it.
and he says they're
$100,000.
freaking fast, dude. They will jump from wall to wall, and he says they jump for people's faces.
Ah.
That's what they do, bro. That's what wolf spiders do. Is they jump for the
freak.
face.
The face suckers from Aliens.
No.
I gotta look it up. Let me look up.
Whoa,
no,
I
Sky.
just want to read you the description.
Okay,
of it.
no videos though.
You don't like spiders?
Hate them so much.
You know what we should do?
Hate 'em.
So, there's this game I saw today that what was that? It's that Irish guy that I watch sometimes.
Oh, Kevin.
Yeah.
PewDiePie.
He was playing this game where you have to go through your house and like lift up things, and you find spiders, you have to smash them, like makes the sounds and everything. We should play it.
I
We
would
should play it.
that wouldn't be that bad because I can smash a spider. I just don't like them.
But the thing is like sometimes you can't see them, but you can hear them running around.
Are they big?
Yeah, they're pretty big.
It's
It's like
You know-
animated. I have to show you guys, but I think it'd be a funny game to watch Cole play. I think we should do it.
I think a lot of people have slight arachnophobia. I know some people have it more severe than others, but like
I think it's really common for everyone though.
Peter
Yeah.
Jackson actually had arachnophobia, and he made a movie about spiders.
yeah,
Several movies about spiders. Well, not about, but had spiders in.
yeah, it wasn't about spiders.
Lord of the
He
Rings.
didn't direct
Sorry,
arachnophobia.
guys. I had to say Lord of the Rings.
Who
every
directed
episode.
arachnophobia thing?
I don't remember. But it
What
had
about Aragog?
Jeff Daniels in it.
Jeff Daniels.
Do you guys know what Aragog is?
Isn't that the name of the spider?
Aragog?
From what?
Talking about
From-
Shelob?
No,
Oh,
from
she
Harry
loves
Potter.
from Lord of
They
the Rings.
knows.
Yeah.
Who are you talking
I was
about?
right.
Aragog the spider from
That's
Harry
the worst
Potter.
moment.
Oh,
It's
just out in that
enormous.
forest.
You didn't
And
like
all
that
the
one?
little spiders
No, I don't
all
like
over
that
too.
moment 'cause
Ugh.
they look so
Can't
real
fall
back
asleep.
then. They're massive. And
Hate
also
'em.
watching them. Also, as like watching like a Goofy kill compilation from Eight Legged Freaks. And every time the spiders were on the screen, I could feel like something crawling up my leg. It was
It's your
gross.
mind,
So,
bro. Your mind will do that,
Legit,
honestly.
legit. That is like my least favorite thing of all time.
Is spiders?
No, just like the feeling there's something crawling on my body.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone
I
likes that, but
Freak the F out, dude. Oh
Are
my
you like
god.
that one guy that's
Yes, dude, every time. I start slapping at it too. Gosh, I hate it so much.
oh, I got a good idea for a prank.
You see, it's not gonna be different because if I actually feel it, then it won't be in my brain. If I actually feel something, I'll freak out, but I don't think I'll freak out like if it's in my brain.
No, but I'm gonna do it when you're not suspecting it.
I'm sure I'll freak out. Like you'll get the reaction you want.
I'm gonna get like, I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah, don't
I don't
spoil
wanna
it.
tell you.
Like even
I think it's
spoiling,
gonna be
it's
a
not gonna
funny
do anything.
video.
I'm still gonna be freaking
I
out
think we
by
should
it.
become a prank channel.
Oh
Let's do it.
gosh, please
Dan,
no.
can I punch you in the nuts for our first prank?
Arachnophobia is directed by Frank Marshall.
What other
Thank you,
movies has he
Thane.
directed, Thane?
Yeah, let me look.
It'll be on that. Let's continue the next
Wait, so
subject.
are the spiders from Harry Potter? Are there any confirmed kills of them like getting anyone?
Yeah, I think like
Who
a
did they
couple of
kill?
them killed people. Not like people that you would know in the books, but there's definitely I think some dead people. From
They just
them.
kill some students.
I think so. Yeah.
Damn, imagine those families.
Yeah, I know. It's a scary place.
He directed the movie
Dumbledore, what
Congo.
the hell, bro? I lost my son Billy.
Hey, it's not his fault. The
Aragog.
students were stupid off in the
Oh, remember
forest.
the movie Eight Below with the Huskies?
Yeah.
He did
Nope.
that one.
Yeah.
But he's produced a lot of movies. Produced
Because I
he's
think have you ever
executive
seen
produced
Eight-Legged
Raiders.
Freaks?
No.
So you guys need to watch Eight-Legged Freaks or Arachnophobia. Those spiders
not.
are freaking gnarly.
I won't.
Arachnophobia.
Even if
Eight-Legged
the
Freaks
effects
is
aren't
just
that good,
goofy.
even if the effects aren't that good, they're still pretty nasty. Thing you have to admit.
Dude, after I watched Arachnophobia, I was checking my shoes for at least a week. Every time I'd put on my shoes, I'd dump them out just to make sure no spiders were in my boots.
Dude, they're nasty. Those,
Yeah, I'm not watching those shows.
Those movies are. Yeah,
I was like 10, mind you. Okay, if I watched it now, it wouldn't bother me.
I
Plus-
think it would. I think you're gonna like.
Maybe.
Also has
You can do
don't
it.
worry, it has Jeff Goldblum in it.
You're
Jeff
also
Goldblum
talking
will
to the
text
guy
you.
that will put spiders on a paper towel and release them outside in the
I
wild.
hate that. Sky never. Why
Sky.
do you do that? Please
Sky.
kill them so they don't
No,
come back.
you know what your exact quote is? You see one, Thane, kill it.
Yeah,
every
sure.
time.
But if Thane's not around, I will take that baby and I'll put him outside. There was one
It's
today.
not baby, it's a creature.
There was one today. There was one today that I took outside. He was actually coming down on his web, so it was really easy for me. I pinched his web and just gently
kill
put him
them.
Probably
outside.
a little jumping
Kill
spider or
them,
something.
they're an
What's
infinite
funny is-
supply.
So when we did I tell you about when we first moved in?
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah.
Okay, because these spiders were this big.
Yeah.
They were that big, running around. I remember every night I killed at least 3 until we sprayed. That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
That's gross.
It's like whoever, like no one cares about the basement. They just let's not
So
spray down
we
there.
the
don't
real
live down
question
here.
is like, did nobody live here before you guys got here, or how long do you think there had been since
no,
since someone lived here?
Someone did live
Yeah.
here, but I just don't think they took very good care of it.
Oh, so they
Yeah.
got kicked out probably.
I don't know if that's the case. I think it might have been a family member, like an older family member.
Oh,
Mhm.
You haven't seen spiders for a
I
while
think I could be
here.
wrong, but
I
as far as
see.
I know, that's what I
gotcha. That makes sense. So we might
I
be the first
think-
people to rent it that's not related to the people that own
heard.
it.
Yep.
I think I remember I was streaming down here when I used to stream down here, and I saw a spider, and I think I freaked out on camera. I was like, "Oh!"
Is that
I
that one
hear
night?
seeing
Is
the
that the one night that guy dropped in on you?
That bastard.
That one freaking douche.
I hate spiders, dude. They're the worst.
Uh,
What's funny, I was gonna point this out when Sky, say you grab the little web,
Yeah.
you toss him out. When you toss him, he probably landed on his head and died anyway. That's a long fall for a little guy.
good riddance.
Or what's funny is
Murder.
I usually put him down.
or you go to toss it and you don't see where it goes, and it just ends up just landing on your leg or something. You just walk back in with it.
Have you guys ever seen the clip of Moist Critical like seeing a cockroach during streams? Like, oh!
I have not.
Dude, cockroaches are terrifying.
Dude,
dude.
I would much rather see a spider over a cockroach. I hate cockroaches.
Sky's cockroach is your spider.
Yeah, probably.
Cockroaches don't scare me either.
Regular
gross.
cockroaches don't scare me. It's the big suckers that fly and hiss. Those
aren't here.
Those were the scary ones.
Those aren't around
Yeah.
here.
No, the little ones. Because I remember the first time I saw a cockroach, I was like, that's gross. And then I'm like, and one of my buddies is like, oh, that's not a real cockroach. That's just a cockroach. Wait till you see a cockroach. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dog? Bro, we went into our house one time. We came home late at night, and there was a freaking dude. It was like a big guy just chilling, and he's like, that right there, that's a cockroach. And he hurries and runs for the raid. But he wasn't getting there fast enough, and you just hear, tss, and it flew, dude. It scared the heck out of me. Those are disgusting.
That's a cockroach, just books it.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we live where we live, where there's not a lot of insects. I mean, there's a lot of insects everywhere you go, but like, I'm used to the ones here because I've grown up around the area, kind of.
See, I think if you grew up with one, because I had a buddy from Africa who he'd pick up cockroaches. Like, there was this one time he was just memeing because he knew how bad I hated him. And he walked up, and there was a cockroach in our house. And he's like, come here, buddy. And he picks it up, and he sticks it in his pocket. He's like, I'll save you for later. And I'm like,
well, that's what I mean. Like,
the
if you're
freak, dude?
like, I think just because where we're from, like, I'm kind of used to the stuff here, so
Bro,
it's not as bad. I
think
still
about how
hate
dirty
'em,
they are, though.
they're
bugs.
disgusting.
Yeah, cockroaches
Remember
are
the
filthy.
Powerpuff Girls villain, with the cockroach guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it's like, oh my gosh, it's a cockroach, kill it. Then they're trying to kill it, and it's too fast.
I
Yeah.
think probably the
And,
worst thing for me though is like if there's cockroaches in your house or mice, then you have a problem because where there's one, there's gonna be so many more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And also for
like,
parents,
it's a bad
cockroaches
sign
can't
if you have all those.
be harmed by magic. There's a lot of cockroach jokes when in kids shows. I also remember Ben 10 where the bug guy tries to shield himself from a nuclear blast from cockroaches because apparently it's a myth that cockroaches can survive radiation or something like that. I don't know.
Wasn't that myth busted?
I don't know.
I've heard of that kind of stuff before,
I
though.
wonder how you could even test that. How's that even being proved?
Mythbusters,
Yeah.
they just blast it with radiation, see if they die, see if it dies.
Well, I
Put it in a
remember
microwave.
control.
No, I don't know.
I remember all
don't
the
know.
shows
Also-
I used to watch talking about cockroaches. Like, you could cut off their head and they wouldn't die. You could
They live for
stomp
2
on
weeks.
them, they wouldn't
live for 2
die.
weeks.
Yeah.
For sure.
Also, what's it? Any staple of post-apocalyptic games like Fallout, giant cockroaches. Just first enemies of the game, they're dead. Rad roaches.
Ugh.
Why is that a thing? Why?
Because like the popular fictional thing to do is like make bugs giant or
Yeah, I
any
guess
animals
that's true.
giant.
Wasn't it first introduced with giant spiders? And then there was a giant bee movie, I'm pretty sure, where there was a giant bee. Or maybe it was moth.
Yeah, Mothra.
There's Mothra, yeah, and Godzilla is a monster from radiation. He's like a Komodo dragon and just became giant.
And then the hit movie Birds.
The Attack of the Birds ones.
Birdemic.
Yeah.
Birds.
We watched that in school.
See, that's Attack of the Birds or Birds, whatever they call it, is
The Birds.
way better than Birdemic.
Yeah.
Birdemic
What's
is just...
Birdemic?
Oh, the
show
same
ya.
thing they just
Yeah.
attack.
We'll show you.
The
Sounds
bird.
dumb.
It's probably
Birds
similar.
dumb.
I'm guessing it's similar to Sharknado, right?
Yeah,
No.
except
You haven't seen
way,
Birdemic?
No, I've never seen Birdemic.
Bro, I got
way
a John
lower-
Tron
I don't wanna
episode to
watch
show
it.
you guys.
way
John
lower
Tron.
budget.
Oh, I've seen his video on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen the movie.
No, I've never seen
Birdemic.
Birdemic either.
Yeah.
I think Thick said he saw it. He says it was great.
Of course,
Great.
Thick liked it.
It's like one of
Thick
those
likes those
so-
kind of
Yeah,
videos.
Thick's like freaking not even watching. He's just out of his mind.
One of those
I'm not
so
gonna say I
bad
went
good
on,
movies.
Well, I'm done talking about bugs, guys. I've got some subjects for us.
but yeah. So Cole, tell
Yes,
us
I need
about
the world's
what's
largest
been
bird city you
bugging
have.
you.
No,
Well,
that's too
what's
big.
been bugging me is not having money
Luckily, you could
Well-
say with honey.
because
it,
honey
dude,
saves
dude.
you money because it rhymes.
Nice
Honey, please
transition.
sponsor us.
One of these days-
I saved 93 cents on a game code today.
One of these
yesterday.
days, we're just gonna like
Yeah.
speak our sponsorship into like existence because we always meme about like which sponsors we're gonna
No,
speak into
wait,
existence.
I got
One
a
of these days it's
story.
gonna work out for us.
We'll take any of them.
I've got a
honestly.
story about honey. I went to
No, don't sponsor them, Thane.
No,
We're
no,
not getting money
please
from them.
sponsor us. No, because I got a story. I went on Kingwin.
Manscaped. Would you do it?
I went on
Yeah,
Kingwin
of course I
Steam Key
would.
Okay,
site
good. Good.
and I
got
bought
a
a
lot of
Steam
hair.
Key for Risk of Rain 2, and I saved 98 cents because of honey.
Yay!
Honey doesn't work on Amazon.
Yeah.
What the?
Are you sure?
All right, so here's some of my
Are you
subjects.
sure it doesn't?
I've never gotten it to work once on any of my Amazon
So-
purchases.
I think I've gotten
Yeah.
it to work.
Because we're talking about money, one of my subjects has to do with money,
All right.
and that is that. Well, I mean, it's got kind of not really. It doesn't have anything to do with money. It
Nice
just
transition.
it just happens to be that money is no object. You can like money's not a problem in this scenario. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So you are a collector. You choose one thing you want to collect, kind of like how we collect video games. But money is not an option. Like you don't have to worry about any money. You can just collect whatever you want to collect, and you can always be able to afford whatever you want to buy next for your collection. What do you guys think you guys might collect?
Do you like? Do you have to worry about like how big your house is and all that stuff?
No, just nothing.
Oh, okay.
Just what would you collect if you had all the necessary means to do so?
Honey, you can't keep doing this. There's no more room in the house.
I'll tell you what mine is.
Okay, go.
While you guys think. Mine would be collector cars. Not only would I get like fancy cars like sports cars and stuff, but I'd also try to get like cars that were in movies.
Oh,
So
that'd
like
be cool.
like the
Oh, like-
Herbie Bug
or Back to the Future.
the DeLorean from Back to the Future. I don't think that one even exists anymore, but if it does, I would try to get that one.
It's kind
Like
of sad.
Kit from Knight Rider,
They
things
didn't
like
put it
that.
in a museum or anything.
I don't know what happened to it, dude. It's just
I mean,
I haven't
the
looked into
Batmobile.
it. Yeah, the Batmobile.
You could probably build it if you have all that money. You could probably just build it.
Yeah,
if
lots of
you
people
know-
do it. Lots of
yeah.
people do it. But I mean, like the original one. Like that's what I would collect if money was not an option.
Every
I'd collect
version of
the
the
original
Batmobile.
ones. Like I think it'd be super super cool because I love cars, and it'd be so cool to have a cool collection of just cars that have to do with like popular culture. Like I really like popular culture kind of stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. What about you guys? What would you like to collect, Thane?
I think one thing I'd like to collect for money is like different versions of consoles. Like every console, like different versions of PS2s, PS3s. Like
Okay, so different variants of the same
Yeah.
console. Okay, okay.
yeah, but like and like not
So like
just,
all the special editions.
yeah, and like all like every game that like is a very special edition that comes out, get a PS4 of it, PS Vita, PSP, Nintendo Switch with all the Joy-Cons, the dock. That's actually probably easy with the Nintendo Switch.
What
'cause
about
it's like
What about the Sony Nintendo?
the Sony Nintendo? Yeah,
It's
Or
worth.
the Nintendo
I'd-
PlayStation?
What did it sell for? 300,000.
Something like that, yeah.
Jeez.
I'd spend a pretty penny.
Would you
on
try to
that.
get that one
I'd
too
spend a
for your
pretty penny
collection?
on that. I get a Dolphin Dev Kit.
Well, that's a lot easier to come by than a
Yeah,
Sony
yeah.
or a Nintendo PlayStation. There's only one of
Yeah.
those in the world.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, yeah. Like
I don't think he knows at all.
yeah. Yeah, but I mean,
That's what it is.
the Dolphin Dev Kit is still pretty rare.
So
Because, I
did
mean,
they
It's
there's-
not
make-
that rare. I
did
mean,
they make
it's rare,
those-
but not super rare.
Yeah.
Were those dev kits like the one I'm thinking of specifically, like the N64? It was pre-release, so developers could make games for
Yeah.
that hardware.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what they're for.
Is it like? Does it span multiple generations?
Every
of
single
console?
generation's got a dev kit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Also, really cool. Have some dev kits.
That'd be really neat.
Yeah. And also like controllers, maybe special edition controllers. Mostly I'd probably focus on consoles since they're so cool. Yeah, like different game memorabilia, mostly focusing on consoles.
Okay.
What do you
Nice,
say?
nice.
I'm conflicted.
So, talking about Back to the Future, Elijah Wood is one of the kids that is in the arcade scene. That's
Yeah.
who it was. I remember.
Yeah,
That.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. Sorry.
Oh.
sorry. Okay.
Hey, it's Wild Gunman.
I'd probably do. Well, I was gonna say it was one of my options was cars, but I'm not
Oh
gonna
yeah.
do it anymore.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do.
It's Cars 2.
I'm gonna do instruments. That's what I'm
Okay.
gonna do. So I'm gonna do every type of
Oh,
like every type of like from every country, all time.
Okay.
So like any instrument of all.
Make-
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
So
Make
that was-
yourself a little band, one-man band.
that was one of the
Nice.
things I had thought of, like
Yeah.
collecting specific like guitars that famous people have used,
yeah, that'd be cool.
like Led. No, not Led. Yeah, like Led Zeppelin's got a lot of fancy
Different
guitars. You know,
synthesizers from
those
different
kind of things. Is
countries.
what
The
I'm
ones are like
thinking.
signed. And, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be
that's
super
that's
neat.
something I'd really enjoy.
So mine was a toss-up, but since you did that, like I was gonna do music memorabilia, but I think I'm gonna do movie memorabilia. So Like, for example, Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings. It would be so cool to have things from, like, the Lord of the Rings set or Batman or Harry Potter or freaking movies back in the 50s, like the first King Kong. I think that having movie memorabilia would be so freaking sick.
Posters.
Well, like posters, props from the freaking...
Yeah, he means like the things actually used in the movies.
Yeah, like for example, Elijah
Promotional
Wood, he's
material.
been on several talk shows, but Stephen Colbert is a really big Lord of the Rings geek, and on the show, I think Elijah brought the actual One Ring, and he brought his sword Sting. I'm like, dude, that is so cool that they just got to keep that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think music memorabilia would be my first, but since they chose that, I'll do movie memorabilia. I think that'd be wicked.
That was another one I had thought about. One of the things I specifically thought about, like lightsabers.
Yeah.
I'd like to just collect all the different lightsabers that they used in the movies. And I don't know if they had multiple of every single person's, so I don't think it would be hard, but if money wasn't an option, I don't think it'd be that hard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Also, I think another really cool thing would be, I've always been like really interested in like when people handwrite their lyrics.
Okay.
I'd want like
Yeah.
all of the original notebooks for all like the biggest songs of all time.
Dude, could you imagine, like, we just got done watching that Elton John movie. Could you imagine something like his notebooks?
Dude, that'd be crazy.
That'd be super
to have
cool.
that. Yeah, it'd just be so insane.
That'd be really cool.
Just through any band, like, and like it's the original. Like when they wrote it, like you can see like if they scribbled anything out, like that. That would be so interesting.
Oh, yeah.
So cool. That'd be another thing.
For sure.
I'd collect the swords of my enemies.
Another meme I see thing.
Buy out the swords from my enemies. They have no weapons left. What are they gonna use? Their fists. I just improv that from the top of my head.
Nice one.
That'd be really cool for a sword collection. Like you get like maybe like swords. There aren't like the real like the original props, but you get like different type of swords modeled after like fictional things, kind of like what Man at Arms makes.
Yeah.
And you just hang them up your wall. It's like over there's the katana from Samurai 7 Samurai. Over there's the Sting, and over there's Sting 2. That's a
Another thing I had thought about, and this is leaning more towards what you would expect me to pick, something video game memorabilia like. I would specifically go for very rare and highly collectible things that isn't very well known. And the best example I can give you was a Zorax by Jackson Guitars. So this was a giveaway I think Nintendo Power did back in the early 2000s to promote Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. They teamed up with Jackson to produce, I think, eight different copies of a guitar that was modeled after a guitar that one of the characters in Majora's Mask would have.
Oh my god!
And that was a Zorax.
Dude, it looks so sexy.
Has anyone ever like sold one or anything?
I
No.
think within the past 20 years, I think 2 have been sold.
I'm sure everyone else is gonna hold on to them.
Yeah, for sure. And the last Games Done Quick, there was a model of the Zorax that they were giving away. That was really cool.
That's freaking cool.
When I saw that, I was telling Sky all about it, and it was super. Yeah, I'd love to own a Zorax. That is like probably my number one wanted video game memorabilia of all time, and I know for a fact I will never own it.
See, it's like that or the orange Xbox.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
something like that would be
yeah.
super incredible.
That's crazy.
orange GameCube.
Just like super rare things just don't even
Orange
really
GameCube isn't
exist,
that rare.
even though
It
like
is
2
sold in
things.
Japan, though.
Like a golden Nintendo World Championship edition cart. There's only I think
that's
20
rare.
of those.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
So you had to compete in it, right?
No. So the competition ones are the gray cartridges. If you're the top 100, you got one for free, I think. Don't quote me on that. However, the golden ones, that was a Nintendo Power giveaway.
Oh, okay.
And I believe only 7 to 12 of them have actually come up as people claiming that they own them, and then they've sold them. But the rest of the other ones, no idea.
Wow.
Just lost to time, basically.
There was a competition Atari held, and there was like, I can't remember what the game series were called, but they had like 4 games, and you had a little comic with it, and there's like a competition, and you gave away like 4 items, and the guy who won the first item, he melted his down. It was made of gold, and he melted his down and sold it.
Jeez.
Yeah, and the other two
Money's
items.
probably tight.
And the other.
Yeah.
And another item was someone else won it, but they don't know what happened. And then one item was a sword, and the guy who like.
Oh, I know this. Yeah. It was for like a game.
Yeah, it's for an Atari game.
Yeah.
There's a AVGN episode about it. I can't remember. Like there was like Water World, Earth World, Fire World, and Air World. Air World never came out.
Yeah, this is actually a really
Yeah.
interesting story to look
Yeah.
into. I
But
would
like that
suggest it
sword
for
is
sure.
probably so valuable to people who's like looked into the game. And like it's kind of a shame that it failed because this is like very unique for its time. But a game like where you won like a cash prize or some kind of valuable stuff for playing, and now you got tournaments and all that stuff, winning cash prizes. So yeah.
And the reason why I specifically say like classical video game memorabilia like this is because I'd like to make it into its own museum that people could come by and take a look at and things like that. That's like specifically what I thought about, is just to make it to a museum and have like, you know, like when you see museums, you got the plaques that tell you all about it. Like that's what I would like to have, just like plaques that explain the story of why this thing is super stupid rare and no one has ever seen one before.
And they're never going to touch it ever.
Yeah.
See, and I think that would be like an ingenious thing to do with music too, specifically like musicians' musicians' instruments. Like for example, a Freddie Mercury microphone or piano, or a like a Slash guitar, or a Jimi Hendrix guitar, or a Neil Peart drum set. Or I watched this video recently of Brian May actually showed the actual reels that they recorded Bohemian Rhapsody on, and he like did the playbacks on it and everything, and it was just nuts. And he's like, yeah, we still got all this stuff. It'd be like really cool to have all this old music memorabilia in a museum for people to go look at. It's like, dude, like that was Freddie Mercury's microphone, or these are the tracks they recorded on, or this was the very first song ever recorded in some audible format for you to listen to.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That stuff has always fascinated me.
It's just cool to look at history, and especially if it's history that you actually care about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes it better. Because like I like to go to museums, but there's a lot of stuff I just don't care about.
Yeah.
Like I went to a museum one time in Michigan. It was Henry Ford's museum. Some of the coolest things ever in that museum. You have the chair that Abraham Lincoln was shot in.
Really?
Why is that there?
Was there still
He
the
just
blood
has it in
on
his
it?
museum.
Yeah, was there blood on it?
You could see the stain.
Whoa.
The car that John F. Kennedy was shot in as well.
You see blood on that?
No, because that car's actually ended up being reused, and they turned it into a not a convertible. They made it a full cab.
Oh.
Wow.
Because you kind of want to have extra
They have
protection.
in that museum. They also have the bus that Rosa Parks sat in when she sat on the bus and didn't give up her
Whoa.
seat.
Wow.
That is really cool
Did you
things.
see the blood in that
Mm.
Because as soon as she was like, you know about seizures, people probably get punched.
You don't need to explain it.
Yeah.
Wait, seizures?
Like,
yeah,
like,
what do you even mean?
like people when they're getting seized or like getting
Oh.
pinned down.
they're being seized. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Say what
So
the?
what do you mean by
anyway-
seizure?
Anyway, it's just super cool to look at history, and there's a bunch of other stuff in there that I just didn't really care about, but it's still super cool to see.
Dude, you want to know a really cool one that we should go to sometime? There is it's not an airport gravesite, but it's like an airport museum. Not an airport museum. It is an airplane museum that is like an hour and a half away from here.
Oh yeah,
Just going south?
yeah. I've been there before.
Dude, it is
Yeah, that's a cool
the
one.
coolest thing ever. Like, I went in there because they have like 4 different hangars that they've got tons of different
Yeah.
spaceships in there. But in some hangars, they got freaking nukes that were never used. Like, they've got actual bombs just sitting there. And one of the first bombs I saw, I actually made a YouTube video about this on my other channel, but there was this, I can't remember what they called it, but it was like this circle bomb, and it had so many freaking wires coming out of this thing. And it's like, yeah, this was an unused nuke in the back in the war. They built tons of these. It's like, dude, this is sick, man.
Hopefully they're still not active. I'm pretty sure they ripped all the guts out and then just displayed the hollow case.
I'm sure they're deactivated then.
Yeah. But it was really cool. You could see a stealth bomber in there, which is humongous, dude.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Blackbird in there, freaking huge, dude. Blackbirds are huge.
Oh, yeah.
man.
But you can see like
That would
military
be-
helicopters. They had these ginormous freaking tanker ships, like tanker planes, that you could drive semis up into.
Yeah.
And it is nuts how big that thing is, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you see it from the freeway, and you're like, wow, that's huge. And then you get up next to it, you're like, oh, my Lord. And then they've got pictures of it, like, being opened up and a semi driving up into it. It's just nuts how big airplanes and plane equipment is. But it also goes to show you how much money was dumped into these things. Like, most of those planes were like $200 million and up
Oh
to
yeah.
make.
I mean, like think about like the time when they were made too, because most of them are actually pretty old things.
Yeah,
It's like
It was back in like the 60s and 70s.
it's like the tech back then. It doesn't even compare to what it was now. Which is why a lot of it had to be so big too.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
So imagine like they show you how a nuke works and they dismantle everything. It's like, want to see how a nuke feels? And you get put in this booth and you just felt the rumble, and it's like, how is it, little Jimmy? Like, I can feel the radiation, and you're just smoking.
Oh no. Oh well, that takes me to our next subject, which also kind of has to do with money, but just because you're buying things at this one as well. So we all have our computers now. All four of us have a nice little computer
Yeah, we're
set
real
up.
gamers. PC master race for life.
Yeah. So that said, what would be the next thing that you would like to get to improve your setup even more so than it is now?
Desk.
A desk?
A big desk.
A better desk.
So you guys both want desks.
Specifically
Yeah.
Sky's desk, because he's getting a new one whenever his stim check comes. Where's your stim check? Where's the stim check? This man needs his stim check. This man needs his stim check.
Donald.
Give it to him, Donald.
Donald, please. Please.
That's
Thank
kind
you.
of that's
It's a
kind of
helicopter.
bullcrap how they haven't got your stim check yet.
They said they're working on it, so
Uh.
hopefully the IRS isn't like, F you, and they're just
Ah,
like,
you didn't do your
We'll get
taxes
to
right
it.
first. You don't get no stim check.
What about you, Zay? What will be your purchase?
Pretty happy with my, I really like my setup.
But there's always one more thing you could get, because I always have things I would like to get too.
If I had to pick, it'd probably be either, so there's probably three things on my mind right now. So there'd be either, a chair,
Okay.
audio interface, or microphone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably what I pick out of those three right there.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
For me, personally, I've been looking at mouse pads. I know it's not like super big or anything, but that'll probably be the next thing I'll get is a mouse pad. I've got an old card game playmat that I'm using currently, but I'd like to get
I got a
big,
puppy
long,
mat.
a big long mouse pad.
you can get them for like $20.
Yeah, I know. They're not
Is it
too
gonna
expensive.
be? Is it gonna be LED?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, I'm not RGB life guy.
No.
I got, like, for my mouse pad, I just took one from my house. It's just this one with puppies on it.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, it's so ironic because you hate puppies.
No,
this guy hates dogs.
Yeah.
I don't hate
So
dogs.
like, so like
I
the
like
metaphor, the
dogs.
metaphor is your mouse is your car, and you're just running it all over them.
Whoa!
That's what you do. Thing. You're a horrible guy.
Honestly, if I had a pet, I'd probably pick a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, dogs are better than cats. Don't at me.
I mean, I like cats, but I think dogs are more fun.
Welcome back to
Sure.
this episode of Rad Dogs, guys.
Yeah.
We're your hosts. I'm Puppy Pleasure. Wow.
Oh no! Oh god!
Yeah, the only cats that you should like is the radkatz.
Well, I can think of a few other ones.
Oh my gosh, he's just on one.
Oh,
He's on
no.
one.
You're just setting it up.
Oh,
He's doing it on purpose, guys.
no.
We have a teleprompter over here.
Oh, stop reading it, Sky. We need to go off script.
We need to go off script.
Yeah.
It's 9:08 and the sun's down. It's gone.
Oh,
Moon's
no.
up.
He
Tits are
got
out.
boring. Oh, what?
It got boring.
Well, what I was gonna keep adding on to the computer thing.
I've got some more things that I would like to
Yeah.
add on.
Yeah, okay. Let's jump back into
Mine
there.
would be, I think my keyboard is slowly dying, which sucks because I've only had it like 2 years. Unless that's their lifespan.
No. Well, maybe that one. I didn't mean to say
I would
that.
like. I'd like
it just
to get
came
a,
out.
I'd like to get. That's what she said. I'd like to get a new keyboard, and then I would also like to get new headphones, preferably ones that are like Zay's, because his are very soft. His headphones
Oh
are
yeah,
very
yeah.
soft.
My headphones are soft too, but the mic doesn't work, so I use a normal
A better mic,
boom mic, not a boom mic.
just a mic.
You should
mic.
get a better boom.
You
though.
got a field
Yeah.
mic. That's what
What's
you
wrong with his
got.
boom? He's just got a. It's just an arm.
It's bad. It's broken. I had to
Yeah.
like drill it into his desk for it to stay
Yeah.
still.
Oh, he's missing a piece.
Yeah.
I want
You just-
one that just clamps in. You just go and it clamps on the desk.
Jeez.
You can see if any
It's
of those down
aggressive.
there are better thing.
Yeah. Okay.
For myself, I would also like to get another desk someday. It's not like a priority because my desk does the job, but I would love to get one of those classy looking desks. There's just a bunch of little things I'd like to get. A new mic would be nice, like kind of what these guys have going on with their audio interface kind of stuff going. A new chair would be super cool too. I don't really want to drop a bunch of money on a chair, but I'd be looking at like a chair. It's like a $500 chair, something ergonomic and
Dude,
nice.
there's a nice ergonomic one. That's what I bought this one to just do a test. I'm gonna use it for like 6 months, and if I really like it, there's a $350 ergonomic chair that's supposed to be top of the line, and I might just be like, you know what, F it, and I will drop that $350.
How much is the one you bought right now?
130
When's this one
Okay.
coming in?
next week.
Okay.
Probably
Well,
Monday.
If you end up liking it and you want to get the other one, then I'll try the one you just got.
You want to hand me
Awesome.
down?
Yeah.
Because Thane's like, I offered my chair I'm using now to Thane.
He's like,
And
oh hell no.
He's
you."
like, you're just giving me your whole setup, aren't you? All these hand-me-downs. I'm like,
he's
you know what,
like,
Thane?
he's like, I've got a bed. It's okay. I can sit on that.
That's what he said.
He
I
literally
know he
has a
did.
bed.
Yeah, that's why I
He's
said
like-
it.
He's like, oh, I don't know. The chair I got now is good. I'm like, your bed?
What's funny is like we took
No,
away
the
that
other
chair
chair.
for so we could record something, and to this day he's not ever used his chair. Just used his bed. There's no back support on that thing. How do you do?
He hunches over. He doesn't
Yeah,
care.
hunch.
Yeah.
It's not good for your back.
Uh-uh.
I know.
Does it hurt your
Okay.
back at all?
We should do a
No.
we should do a rate my setup thing
I still
for the
since-
stream.
well,
I think that'd be
since
pretty
Thane-
funny.
Since Thane's got it, I still want to, and maybe we'll do it next month.
We should do it before we do a next big upgrade.
So then probably next week. Well, I don't know. I think we could do it next month. I don't think we're getting a huge upgrade. In a
Yeah,
month.
yeah. I would say you could do it with your new chair. That's what we should do. Is when you get a new chair.
I
Okay.
think it'd be pretty funny.
Because like next upgrade will be like, oh, we got nice desks and stuff. Because I want to get it before Thane gets a new desk specifically,
Uh-huh.
so we can show that giant crack in the side of it.
Yeah.
Right, everything about Thane's setup is really nice, but what it sits on.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh man, dude, Thane, I really like your keyboard. That's such a nice little keyboard you got there.
Did you get a nice one?
Very
You should try it
tactile.
out,
I'll have
dude.
to see it.
Dude, it's super clean.
I really like the
It's-
one I got though. I really like it.
Dude,
This one is an extra $50 though.
Their keys, both of your guys' keys, and yours as well, but more so theirs,
I don't have a
feel
numpad.
way better than mine. Mine just
Yeah.
feel worn out, dude.
Well, it's
Like-
because Thane's is an enthusiast's key or keyboard, and then Zay's is like the cheaper enthusiast's keyboard, and yours is the gamer keyboard.
Damn. They got me. They got me with gamer.
They did. They got you
Guess
the
what? I have
gamer word.
media controls.
Well, so does Sky. So do
baked
I.
into
So
it.
does Zay. Everyone has
That was the
those.
only reason I bought it, dude, was because it has the freaking the media controller
But
on
here's
Every
the
it.
thing.
keyboard's got that though.
Here's
I
the thing,
didn't
yeah.
know.
You just hold. There's an FN key and go goo goo.
A
goo,
function
goo, goo.
key.
I
Yeah.
didn't know. I'm over here and I didn't know.
The more you know.
The
Let's
worst
laugh
part-
at his
The
ignorance.
worst part about it, though, like my keyboard's not bad, but the worst part about it is the cord doesn't unplug from the keyboard. It's built in. I hate that. So if you're ever gonna
yeah,
buy a
you gotta get that
keyboard,
changed.
make sure you buy a keyboard that's like USB and it can detach from
Like
the
the
keyboard.
fancy ones. The fancy
Yeah.
keyboards was what he
Well,
means.
I don't know if you're gonna like that kind of headphones I got because they don't unplug.
From
They don't unplug from the actual set.
oh, I couldn't care
Yeah.
less about that. Every
Oh,
time I
okay.
unplug my headphones, I unplug them from
Yeah.
where they're plugged in, not up here.
Oh, okay.
It makes a difference though,
Um,
because we have ours just on our desk right there. It's on
Yeah.
the actual
You know what
computer.
I want? I want a mouse, a different mouse, because this one is fine right now, but the build quality isn't very good.
Well, Thane, I
On
bought
it
it
is
from China
cheap.
for
Yeah.
$10. I used it for a
Exactly.
year, so you have to use it
Yeah.
for a year.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
Then don't dig your phone in that.
No, sorry.
This is that whole
Anyways,
defect on the couch, on the seat.
it feels like a baby soft spot.
That's why you're so attracted to it.
What?
Oh.
No.
Zay.
Did you see his eyes light up? Did you see his eyes light up?
He went, what?
In other news,
So I was thinking about this just recently, where keyboards are like a big popular thing that people get mechanical keyboards and stuff. I wonder why mice really haven't had that. Like, they kind of do. They're slowly getting there. I think, stop pressing that. I just told you to not, and you kept doing it. You're going to break the couch one of these days. Anyway, like, what's that one mouse that people always have that is with all the holes in it?
the final mouse.
The final mouse. That's probably, like, the first iteration that we're seeing now of, like, the enthusiast mouse. Like, sure, you got the stuff that I have, like, and Skylar and I have, like, the Razer ones. And then you got the Logitech one that Zay's got. Like, those are the classic ones that people get for gaming and stuff. But, like, I don't know, like, the keyboard I specifically got wasn't made for gaming. It was just made to be a really nice keyboard.
Yeah, mine's definitely not either.
Really nice.
And so I'm just
keyboard.
curious, like, if they're ever going to start making mice that are made just to be really nice mice and don't do anything else other than just being a great mouse.
Maybe they'll eventually change the name to Moose, and that's when they
Oh,
change
I hope
it,
they do it. I hope they
and
do
they just
that.
upgrade it.
I
Great
want
mouses.
the alligator moose.
Great
Squeak,
mouses.
squeak,
Or alligator,
Yeah, great
leather.
mouses. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. So this is my observation, and maybe this is just a dumb observation, but I feel like in the last probably 4 or 5 years, maybe even less than that, but PC's starting to become more mainstream. You start
yeah.
to see more kids are now wanting computers over consoles.
I agree with that.
Even my little brother.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until the popularity of Fortnite, which Fortnite became really popular, and then all of a sudden my little brother's like, I want to get a PC now. I'm like, well, why do you want a PC? Because they're better than a console, which he's not wrong.
Yeah.
But it's becoming a more, like, when we were growing up, back in, like, even in high school, like, PC gaming was a thing, but playing an Xbox or a PlayStation was still the tits. You know what I mean? It was if you have an Xbox or PlayStation, you're a gamer, dude.
You know, it's funny. One ad that kind of makes me mad was the ad with the little girl and her Microsoft tablet. She's doing all the creative stuff, and it's like, and the neighbor's like, "Hey, you're playing on your computer there?" And she's like, "What's a computer?"
No, it's iPad. It's iPad.
No,
it was an
it
iPad.
It was?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was an iPad.
I thought it was by
I remember that ad.
Microsoft.
What will you give me if I'm right?
My left
7 minutes
my
into
left
heaven,
kidney-
baby.
Will you give me some sort of dessert?
Sure, I'm pretty sure it's Microsoft. Microsoft literally just said, "What's a computer?"
Well,
It's
let's
like,
shake on it. Before you look, let's shake on it. Let's shake on it.
So
I'm gonna look that up.
So you get me let's do the little root beers, or the orange cream
Ooh.
soda. It's like a 4-pack or 6-pack, whatever it is.
What does Thane get?
can I be the house and I
Is it-
collect if
so
you're both wrong?
if Thane's
Okay, I'm the
right,
house.
if Thane's right, then he gets to pick anything he wants, I guess. But it's kind of got to be similar.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm the house, so if you guys get it wrong, then I get something.
Okay.
And I'll
Thane,
be
wait, Thane,
the
Thane,
I'll be
say
the
what you want.
collector.
Thane, say what you want first.
It is Apple. It is iPad. You can get a dessert.
Well, I'll take some of those Jones. Not Jones. What is it? What is it? It has
IBC?
the old guy on it.
IBC?
No, it's like the old guy, but orange cream soda.
IBC, I think.
IBC.
Are you sure
The
it's
root beers
IBC?
I get,
I'm
they're
not
glass
positive,
bottle.
but I think so.
I'm not saying
Barks?
IBC.
Barks?
Not root beer. Orange cream soda. I'm
Yeah,
clearly
yeah,
saying
IBC makes
IBC
cream soda,
makes
though.
orange cream soda.
Okay, I'll have to look and see.
I'll be the collector's guy, and I'll give them to you so that you can hand them over. Okay?
So you're gonna take a collector's fee then? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, deal. So another thing too, I wanted to point out, and still to this day, I haven't seen one, if any, I don't ever see, other than Dell or Microsoft, or HP, excuse me, or even Mac. Other than those, you don't really ever see commercials or ads for RAM parts or Nvidia. I never see
Oh,
that.
yeah, never.
What I see is I'll see sometimes there'll be mice.
All right.
That's not IBC.
Oh, it's on ABC.
I know.
But-
It's Henry Weinford.
I'll see some for Razer. I've seen some
Wainhard.
for Logitech, and I've seen some for HyperX. But that was just specifically headphones or mice. I've never seen ads for keyboards. I've never seen any ads for graphics cards or computer parts. I've never seen an ad for like computer shells.
I've seen ads for Intel.
I mean,
Intel
Intel's so popular.
Intel processors.
Oh,
Do,
okay,
do,
yeah, I've
do,
seen
do,
Intel
do.
processors too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, other than those big brands,
Forget that
like
jingle.
I've never. Well, when I think of that Intel, I think of the laptop that they're trying
Yeah.
to sell me. Like I don't think
Yeah.
of individual parts.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Well,
what
Intel doesn't sell the laptop. They're just saying there's an Intel processor inside of
Yeah.
it.
hmm
Intel inside. Do, boo, doo, doo, doo.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess the point is like I'll see 100,000 more
Yeah.
commercials for an Xbox or a
peripherals.
Nintendo or peripherals
Yeah.
more so than I would like PC parts.
Well, it's because, I mean, how are you going to advertise those? You don't really advertise those to people. Even if the people want a computer, you don't advertise that to them. Because if they want a computer, they're going to find it.
Yeah, well, and that was my question.
People don't
Or
go-
not necessarily the question, but the point is like,
Yeah.
how do you advertise parts to
I
those
mean, you just
people?
don't.
though?
I don't think they need to spend a lot of money on advertising because the people that want them are going to go find them. And if people see an advertisement for them, they're going to go, what the heck is even that?
Yeah. Well, and I think that's the hardest part too. Like, I think this is why PC gaming has been a slow upbringing, is because you can go spend $300 to get a Switch or an Xbox or a PlayStation. That's your computer right there. You know what it's going to do. You don't have to worry about it. But when it comes to building a computer, like for me, I had no idea. I knew nothing about computers. So Cole helped me build it, helped me pick out the parts and everything. So for a Joe Schmo to be like, yeah, I want a computer, what do I do? It's really hard for them to pick out parts opposed to just going to Best Buy and buying one or something.
And it always makes me kind of sad when people do just go buy pre-builts. Like on buying
Ew,
pre-builts,
pre-builds.
buying pre-builts online isn't as bad, but sometimes
Windows, Walmart pre-builds.
yeah. So I know some people that have bought pre-builts from places like Walmart or Best Buy, and it's like that's not a good investment because sure you're spending about as much money or even less than what you would to build them. They're cheaping out on parts somewhere. They might get the good processor and graphics card, but they don't have the good RAM or the good motherboard.
So we'll have like the 540.
You know what?
instead
Well,
of the
you know what?
720.
At least those parts
What?
are
RAM?
replaceable.
What are you talking about?
7200 RAM instead of, they'll get the 5400 RAM instead of 7200.
That's a hard drive.
What's the RAM? Sorry,
RAM
you're
16
right.
gigs,
You're right.
32 gigs, or whatever.
They'll get low speeds.
You are correct.
They'll
I
get
was thinking of
like
hard drives.
they'll say 16 gigabyte RAM, but instead of the standard like 3200 speed, they're gonna get like 1600 speed, which is slower than laptops. And you
You
won't
want
even
to know
notice.
something?
And your games will be slower and stuff like that.
Did you ever figure out how to do that? Like get your RAM to be faster?
It just depends on the motherboard. You got to figure it out for yourself, bro.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? You might buy a PC on the cheap, but you know what? At least the parts are replaceable, unlike a laptop. So, don't get a laptop for gaming. No. I mean, for older or indie games, like, yeah, but like,
You
if
need
you
an
want
Ouya for indie game Stain.
Very true.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh yeah.
Oof, no.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
like pre-builds aren't all bad. They definitely
Yeah.
aren't, and they've gotten a lot better from like when I first built my computer. Back in those days, they were stupid.
I mean,
Nowadays, they're a lot better, especially if you buy them online. But things from like Best Buy and especially Walmart, it's bad. What's Stan got to say? He's trying to say something.
I think that Newegg would probably make bank if they had a service where you can pick a computer and they build it for you. Sure, it'd be extra money, but imagine
you tell them I want this.
That's
out of
like
Newegg-
it.
NZXT does that.
Yeah,
yeah.
Newegg doesn't need to
Okay,
because
oh.
other people already do.
okay. So yeah, they like if you
Newegg
want
sells pre-built, by the way, as well.
yeah, I know, but like if you want like a custom computer and you don't want to build it yourself, I mean you could probably drop a couple $100 just to have someone the company you're buying from build it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, it's really cool to see some of the custom PCs that people have done.
And if you do buy a PC, a pre-built PC, and you don't think some of them are a deal, you could probably just replace them, replace the parts. Like, I guess it depends on the motherboard, But yeah, sometimes those parts can be easily replaceable. Like bad RAM, get good RAM.
The problem is the motherboard's typically the thing they cheap out on.
Yeah,
You have to buy a new motherboard that fits all of your parts.
And then you have to end up
Man,
just
that
taking it
sucks.
apart and then just.
You'd
putting
have to take it
back
apart and
together.
build it again anyway.
Yeah.
If you're
So-
replacing the motherboard, you're rebuilding it as is.
Never mind. Don't.
It's
don't
not
do
worth
that.
it to me to do all
Yeah.
that. I would rather just get everything right away.
Yeah.
And then replace it when it's broken or you don't need it.
Exactly,
You want to
yeah.
upgrade.
Yeah.
or
And that's
something.
why I prefer to build them.
Yeah.
Like I said, online places like Jake recently got a pre-built computer, but he got good stuff because
He knew what he was looking for.
Yeah,
probably.
he got it from a company that had good stuff. They weren't just picking stuff out of the freaking
the
The
dumpster.
bargain
the
bin.
clearance section of
Target.
eBay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. And like whereas like you go to Walmart, they'll go, oh, 2080 Ti super graphics card Nvidia. You go, wow, that's an $800 card, and they're selling the computer for $1,000. It's because that motherboard probably cost them $20.
Yeah.
I guess it's just bad. Like they got bad stuff in there. Like they make like the stuff people know about make them look good, but all the other stuff people don't know about is bad. That's why you don't buy pre-builts from stores anyway. That's my philosophy with that.
Makes sense.
How
You
much
can-
time we got left?
Whenever.
Whenever.
Yeah.
Because I got one more question. This could be a quick little. It's a scenario kind of question.
Okay.
This could be a quick thing. So you guys are all familiar with Sword Art Online. I don't think Zay is, but I can explain it real quick.
Yeah.
You know what it is, Zay?
Nope.
So Sword Art Online is a show where the characters were locked into a game.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get out of the game, and
It's
if
like
they died in
VR.
the game, it's VR. If they die in the game,
They die in real life.
in real life.
Oh, okay.
Because
okay.
the
I've seen a
VR
million
machine
movies
fries
like
their
that.
brain.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
They're in there for 2 years. So, here's the question.
All right.
If you were locked into a game or movie or TV show or whatever, you couldn't get out. If you died in there, you die in real life for about 2 years or 3 years, whatever. What would you do? Would you be the person that tries to advance? Would you be the person that just accepts their life and lives on in there? Would you be the guy that just kind of chills and kind of just piggybacks on the other people? Or would you just go die? Or what would you do? You don't have to pick one of those, but like, what
I'd
specifically would you do?
survive. Here's my thing.
So do you have like special abilities?
Yeah, I mean, it's a game. Think about it as a game.
Yeah. So if I have special abilities, I'm going all out.
What if you die, though?
Then I die.
Okay.
yeah, see,
I'm
here's
in
my
the-
thing.
I mean, if I'm in
This
there,
is
I'm
my
gonna
life
enjoy
now.
it, and like I'm not gonna like make someone else like fend for me if there's animals or like beasts or whatever. Like I'm gonna defend myself. I'm gonna like do whatever I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with Zay on this one because my philosophy is, how long is my body going to survive without food or water? Like
Well,
I'm just sitting here.
And Sword Art Online, they get transferred to hospitals and all that's taken care of. So don't even think about that. That's not even an issue.
Okay. Well, regardless, I would still go all out. I would try to like advance it and try to get my way out, fight my way out. And if I die, I
Okay.
die. At least I tried.
I see. Thane?
I probably accept this is my life now. Maybe I'll find a way out, but right now I just gotta survive
Okay.
and climb the tower and beat the boss.
I'm definitely on the middle ground. I would be one of the people that accepts this is their life now and just lives as if that is my life for my day-to-day life. But I would do stuff to try to support the people that are trying to find a way out. So I'd open up a shop and give them discounts or something like that. do like fix up their armor or something for free because that's my profession or something. I'd be one of those guys.
Oh my god.
Maybe I cook for them or something. I don't know.
So basically,
I'm the support character.
what I always laugh at is I always see these games where there's a lot of games I haven't played, but like they'll have like a shop owner or someone like in the side of a mountain or like in a dungeon,
Yeah.
like just hidden away, like he has no business being there, but he has a shop there. That's you.
That's me.
Oh
that's
my
me.
gosh.
I'll do my best to support them,
So
but
you're-
I'm not going to risk my life.
You're the shopkeeper in Resident
Yeah.
Evil then.
I'm just hanging out, just helping them out. However, like I said, if I knew it was like the people, if they got to know me and I knew it was those people that are like risking their lives to like save us all,
Would you go with them?
they get them for free. They get stuff for free.
But you're not gonna try and get out.
No,
Not gonna try and okay.
I'll just accept it. If
Wait,
I
so-
haven't died after like 30 days, and like my body hasn't died, and then I guess I was in a hospital. I'm like, well, I just live here forever.
So is the game like Are you so at the end of 2 years you get out automatically, but can you get out before if you like progress and beat the
If
game?
someone beats the game, everybody gets out.
Oh, that's so you're just waiting for someone to beat the game. Then
I would
basically.
essentially just be supporting them in their
You're waiting till they
efforts.
beat the game for
Yes,
you.
yeah,
Oh,
pretty much.
come on.
He's an honest supporter.
I like easy stuff. You know
on.
me. I like easy games. I'm bad at games as is. I don't want to go hard and die.
It's kind of weird.
I'm like shivering. I'm cold.
So in Sword Art Online, was there any? I can't remember. Was there any subplot of somebody trying to find the servers and trying to hack into it, or
No.
was the? Because I
I
remember,
mean,
wasn't
they mentioned it. They mentioned like they tried to log people out, but they couldn't.
Oh,
Or if they tried
Wasn't the
to
guy-
log them out manually, they'd die anyway.
yeah. Wasn't the guy dead the whole time, or was he?
No, he's alive. He was playing
Oh.
the game.
But Kirito kind of.
Spoilers.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, spoilers. They make it out,
They make out, yeah.
They do.
and then it goes on to a crappy second part, which has.
Very God.
So for the people that do know about Sword Art Online, I'll explain which character I would be. That black guy, that bald black dude
Yeah.
that owns the store, just kind of helps him. That's me to a T, right there. He's helping out. He's fighting occasionally. He's not really risking his life though. He's not. He's just helping out. He's just getting them the stuff, getting them the information they need. He's just helping. He was there in the last fight though. I mean, he definitely went all in at the last second. I don't know if I'd do that. Oof. You guys look down on me for that.
No,
There you
Cole,
have
that's
it,
okay. It's okay, Cole. It's your decision.
I'm cold. Can we be done?
I'd be
I
headband,
know you're the
bro.
host. Can we be done?
We can be done. I need a blanket. Thank you guys for listening to the Radkatz podcast, Talking Rad. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Remember, everybody, to look at our stuff in the description.
Social media.
We got stuff there.
We're gonna have to figure out how to write the Spotify description though, because it looks stupid as freak last.
If you're on Spotify,
Oh,
follow
Lord.
us on @Radkatz5 on Twitter.
Yep.
Wait,
it's 55.
55 on Twitter. Shoot,
Wait.
son of a...
Wait, you're on Spotify. Follow us on Twitter.
And if you're on Spotify, follow us on YouTube.
At youtube.com/Radkatz.
And if you're on
It's Z.
iTunes, you must like iPhones. Follow
If
us
you're
on
on iTunes, please give us a 5-star rating if you enjoyed this podcast. If you
Yeah.
didn't, I mean, you can do something.
Share it with your friends. Well,
Definitely leave a review.
maybe
That'd be nice.
maybe not
You know,
this
maybe-
episode. Share
maybe-
other episodes with your
Hey,
friends.
what's wrong with my episode?
Maybe you pull it open.
What
and
Thane
iTunes
said at the
suddenly
beginning.
deleted all of your downloads.
Thane. I kind of want you to go through and kind of find that stuff. How about that?
What is it?
Just all the things you said at the start.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's at least 3 things you said that
I mean, I don't
I'm
know.
leaving
it Let it roll.
Seeing
Care.
what people eat, I don't think that's racist. It's just a fact.
racist.
Was that what
That's
you
what
were
it
going
was,
for?
yeah.
Whoa,
That's
no.
what we're
but
talking about.
the way
They're
he
trying to push
presented it wasn't
misogyny.
like the best way to do
He wasn't
it.
trying to present it a good way, though.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
doesn't
trying
care.
to present in positive light. I'm presenting it
Okay,
the way
well,
I feel.
just yeah.
So eating bats is good?
No, eating bats is not good.
Well,
Do
we don't
not-
know that. What if they taste yummy?
I mean, if you cook and clean them properly, probably. But I mean,
They might
the
taste
bats
really yummy.
Carry so many diseases. It's like rats.
But
Like any
maybe they're
pests
yummy.
like that.
You had never
that aren't
considered
like
this.
fed. That aren't like fed like what they're
But
controlled.
Thane, what
control
if they
fed.
are yummy?
I don't want to risk it.
I'll risk it.
No,
Someone
you
cook
won't.
me up a bat and I'll
You
eat
won't,
it. Dude,
Cole.
I ate a prairie
There's
dog
some-
before.
there's
I'll eat
some
a rat.
animals
I'll
who
eat-
I-
I mean, I guess I'll
there's-
eat a rat too. I'll eat a bat is what I meant. I'll give it a shot.
Maybe just
Cook it up, make it eat yummy.
You
Gut
know
the
what they
rat.
call
I think it'd be
bats?
okay if you
Chicken
gut
of
it.
the cave.
If you gut the rat
Yeah.
and then you skin it, and I think it's okay. then
Bro,
I bet
there's-
it could be yummy.
I
Who
saw this
knows?
video of this Asian guy picking up live baby rats and dipping them in sauce and just throwing them down the
Oh
head.
yeah, that's a real thing.
Just,
That's
it's
disgusting.
disgusting.
I can never do that. I'd have to. I can only eat if it was cooked.
bro, just imagine just and blood squirts everywhere in your mouth.
I
It'd
definitely
get me.
Try
It would get me.
eating a cooked
We
a cooked
end
mouse.
now. I wish to end
But
it
not a living one?
now.
Thank you guys again. We hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening. Yeah, not a living one.
So-
Sorry, of course not a living one.
Before we go, we do have to mention that next week is going to be Community Day, and
Oh, thank you, Scott.
I have had several different ideas thrown at me from the community. One, some people want to actually call in live on Discord and do a they want to ask their question, and they want us to answer it.
So, the only problem I foresee with that is scheduling and audio issues.
True.
That's my big problems with that is scheduling can be a pain, and if they're not going to be on when we're recording, that's going to suck.
Well, and that's
So,
why
I
we could
guess if
just
we schedule with them.
well, we could just tell people, say, listen,
be on at
between-
this time. This is when we're recording.
Well, we
be
could
on.
do. I think what we should do is have everybody just ask their normal questions, and then we'll say, and we'll allow like 15 minutes at the end for if you want to call in and ask a question.
We can try. I don't know how well it's going to work,
I
but we can
think
try,
the best
I guess.
way to would have to do that is to do it live so that people can
Well,
watch.
and that was the other thing. So they were wanting to do the call-ins, and then I had other people saying they wanted us to do it live as well. So
Like
I
live
mean,
streaming.
community days
Yeah.
doing live would be
And
fun
I guess
because
I
we're-
think everyone that's watching is pretty good about not saying horrible things.
Yeah,
when it's
we
live.
could live stream. We could live stream community day probably.
I guess we can trust them with what's being said, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, we filter questions.
But
We
if
filtered the
like
last
hey,
one.
I'm saying if
hey,
someone
you
calls
have,
in live.
yeah, if someone calls in live, you
Oh.
have the freedom to ask whatever you want, caller.
That's true. Well, we do know the people that are calling.
Exactly.
give
So
some
like if we're
guidelines.
trusting
Yeah.
everyone to be okay, like I guess we can choose who we want to call in, then we know. But
Yeah.
But what I was thinking too is like we'll just have them jump in like the radkatz general, and then they can't talk until we give them permission anyway. So
True.
we could have like, let's say 3 people were in a line in there. It's like, okay, well, this person's next. You do that, and then you just kick them out of the call afterwards.
Yeah.
Or
And-
ask them to leave.
kick
and
them
then
out.
they can leave, and then if they want to ask another question, have to get back in line.
Yeah. It's just,
it's like a roller coaster ride.
I think it's just another level deep with the viewers. Like, I know everybody really likes Community Day because we get to answer their questions, so we are taking into consideration your guys' suggestions. We do appreciate it. Merch should be coming out next week. Hopefully. We'll let
should
you
be able
know.
to talk about more at the podcast next week.
Yeah.
We'll get more deets on that.
Sayman got the first shirt ever. The first radkatz merch shirt out there. Sayman owns.
Yay!
And let us know what you think about the skip video, guys. Let us know what you think about it. Just comment and just say hi.
We want to do those more regularly, at least once a month.
I think that's definitely doable.
They're pretty fun to do.
I think we could get to where we're doing 2 a month. But we'll see. We'll see. Give us money and we'll be able to quit our jobs. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Hey, here's
Yeah.
some feet for
all
all
you
you
sick puppies.
all you freaks.
Oh.
Here's the feet.
All right, guys, cut the VOD. Cut the VOD. Bye bye, everybody. Keep it rad.
Oh.